Hello everyone, welcome to GametechUK and another Elite video. Now many of you will know I've got the Oculus Rift and although I play mostly Elite Dangerous in 2D so I can get to the chat, which you know is important to me, I do play it. If I play VR, if I play Elite on my own, I generally play it in VR. If I play CQC, which I do with you lads, I play it in VR. It's still one of the best experiences and the most jaw-dropping. It makes my eyes bleed at times. I just look around and I think, oh my god, when you're playing in 2D, yes, you can look left and right, but you don't get the sense of sheer scale, sheer detail within the cockpit. The cockpit in VR becomes part of your experience. In 2D, I don't feel that, but in VR, definitely sitting around and looking around and feeling your presence within the cockpit is part of the game. I'm going to start a series where I'm going to show you through the cockpits in detail of each ship I have and as each ship I get in VR and show you some of the detail, the amazing detail that Frontier have put in. Very, very impressive. I'm going to start with my Vulture, which is my latest acquisition as my combat ship. Absolutely awesome. In 2D, you don't really get the sense of scale of it, but I mean, you've got a slope up the right, your multi-crew chair up to the left. You don't see that when you just look left and right. In VR, you can see it, and I'm going to show it to you. So we're sitting comfortably in the Vulture now, and what a massive, massive glass area cockpit it's got, which you don't really realise, or I don't really realise when I'm playing it in 2D, how big this canopy, the glass canopy, it looks like it flattens out up the top there, but it's very, very, the whole thing actually is really angular, and it's proper. It looks the business, doesn't it? You got brushed metal up there. Looks like looks like huge USB ports there. The floor is very functional. There's not much going on the floor at all. I like the glass area down the bottom. It's almost like a little bit like the killback. And I should imagine I haven't been to a conflict zone in VR in my Vulture yet, funnily enough. And I should imagine that's going to really, really help. It feels huge. I mean, what does it feel like? Oh, I don't know, 50 foot wide, maybe even bigger. And you've got all these bits outside that you can see. Really, really cool. And obviously all the things that you're used to, like your pips and everything, and the station and all your primary and secondary details of the weapons, it all hovers perfectly in VR. In Elite Dangerous, you find a lot of titles. The cockpit might be right, but the HUD isn't. Well, the HUD is absolutely perfect in Elite, and it is one of my favourite games to play in Elite. Just little bits like the red lights you can see up there on the canopy. Really, really awesome. You've got some stairs there, so look, you've even got the back of the seat as well. Looks like little speakers up there. Yeah, I've got no head. Looks like there's some stairs going up to the multi-crew section, which I'm going to show you in a second. How cool is it that you look down and you've got the HOTAS, so you've got the trigger part and the throttle part exactly as you hold them. You're wearing some awesome suit. I mean, I want this out on a Friday night. This looks absolutely awesome. Right, so I mean the floor, everything is very functional. You can tell it's primarily a combat ship. I know it's got other uses as well, but this is combat, and you can feel it right up the front, right in the middle of the cockpit. So there's no left or right situation like there are in some ships. You're sitting right in the middle, and it looks amazing. Let's go up and let's have a look at some more detail. So we're standing up behind the seat now, and you will just notice one thing, and it's not a fault within the game, is that your head disappears. When you stand up, your head goes. That's because, in the game, you haven't got a head because you become the head. So you sit down and you plonk yourself in the body, and you can look around. So that's not a fault, that's just the way it's designed. But let's have a look at the detail. So even the seat alone, it is amazing. The fact that it's got all the scratches and the burrs on the edge, which is quite interesting actually, because it's quite interesting. A lot of the rest of it looks absolutely pristine. The seat is quite old, and that interests me. I want to know more about that. I mean, it is literally old. It's got scratches, and yet there isn't a scratch on anything else. So that's quite interesting. But if we come down, I mean, look, everywhere you look, even right down here, there's detail. You can feel the ridges within the floor, sort of like the anti-slip type stuff. Then you got this storage down here, which again you don't see when you just look left and right in the 2D. That's where you keep your sandwiches. They're nice and safe because they're all strapped down. And then we come up to the stairs. Now the stairs themselves, even the stairs look ultra designed, and I want that indoors. I'm going to try and replicate that. These little LED lights in there, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And again, you don't see it in 2D. You know, you look left and right, you can't see this. This is amazing detail. Also, look at all the information up on the side panels, both side panels, and you can see in VR that the information is not on the screen. It's hovering just in front of the screen, like a HoloLens system, which just looks so interesting and so cool. I want to go up there and sit in that seat. I suppose I could mess about and try and get up there, but we'll look at it from this angle, because then I can stay in the green screen area, hopefully. That looks like it's exactly the same. Yes, it is exactly the same seat. It looks cooler because he's not sitting in there, so you can actually see all the detail. And again, you can't trick this game. You can look underneath, and there is literally detail everywhere. Even the roof, for example. See, this is the thing about VR. It's very tangible. It makes everything look real. We got access to A1 now. I want to go in there. I mean, if this cockpit is detailed like this, can you imagine if somehow we could go in there? And I just hope that one day that happens. I mean, I really, really genuinely hope that it comes to PlayStation VR, because I would love you PlayStation owners to be able to stand up and do this, because it's absolutely awesome. Just literally everything has got detail on it. It's just amazing. Absolutely. And don't forget, this isn't a VR only title. This is what blows my mind about this game. It's not a VR only game. If this was VR only, then yeah, you could think, okay, I know my customer is going to stand at sort of this level, so I'm going to put in the detail. This isn't. This is primarily, I suppose. I don't know if that's right. This is primarily, or started out as a 2D game. So to have this level of detail would be amazing, and it would be cool actually to do this VR tour when you're actually multi-crewing, because the body would appear there, and information would come up on the computer up there, which would be amazing. So I think that's it, everyone. Please let me know in the comments below if you want me to carry on with this series. I'll go through the current ships that I've got, and every time I get a new ship, I can show you and have a look around, hopefully getting that Type 10 as well. So that's it, everyone. Please leave me a little like on this video. Don't forget to subscribe for more Elite Dangerous videos and live streams. I live stream Elite pretty much 3 or 4 times a week. So if you like Elite, hopefully you're in the right place. That's it, everyone, and I will see you in the next one.